Okay, so big update. We have Black Betty here. Got Luis getting his eTrailer 2-ball hitch out. He's going to be putting that in the eTrailer 2-inch receiver that we installed on the back. It's got the baby seat out, and I believe there's actually a baby in there too, right? Man, that's precious, brother. That's awesome. No problem at all. So he's going to get the hitch back here, get hooked up to the concession trailer so he can take this home and get it all sanded down and prepped for paint, as well as prepping the inside, because from an outside perspective, I hope you've been following along and have had a chance to see all the upgrades that we've done. So many upgrades to this thing. Couldn't have been possible without my channel sponsor, eTrailer.com, supplying all of the gear, from the new breakaway switch, battery box, little junction box here. There's a switch, trailer valley jack up front. You have a really cool cord keeper on here, which is keeping his 120 cord nice and secure. Got this really cool stainless steel shelf off of Amazon. New wheels and tires, along with a brand new spare wheel and tire. Aluminum wheel. Has some really nice tires on here. Around back, all LED lighting. Every light on this thing's been swapped out and replaced with a brand new light. New license plate holder right there with an LED light. We relocated that. Love the back lights on this thing. But we're going to get it all connected to his truck and get it ready to go. Hang tight, I'll be right back. Okay, so we got Luis here also behind the camera. We got the trailer hooked up to Black Betty. I'm gonna walk you around and just show you some of the things that we've done. I know that you know some of this stuff, but just for folks who are tuning in for the first time, let's get this kind of updated here. So first of all, what do you think overall when you see this thing?
That's great. It's great. I appreciate it so much. Lights look good. The new tires and rims, they look amazing. It's awesome how you got rid of that old shelf, the countertop.
Yeah.
And you got that stainless steel. It's just,
isn't that nice?
The spare, the way you hung the spare. I like how you got the 120 off the, you know, off of being wrapped around. Yeah, being wrapped around just the frame. It's just, it's awesome, bro. Yep. I appreciate it. I know. I love the LEDs. The LEDs are great, man.
Yeah, aren't they?
They look super. They look super nice, man. When I get this thing all sanded down and redone, it's gonna even pop even more, brother. I already know that.
What do you think of them taillights, man?
They're pretty sick, man.
Beautiful.
I love them. I love them.
And everything's tested. Awesome. So everything's tested and working.
You took the plate off the bottom.
That was messed up looking, wasn't it?
That's horrible.
Yeah.
Well, you know.
It was horrible. It was horrible.
That was horrible.
But now you got a really nice light. It's already on.
That's pretty sweet. That's pretty sweet. Yeah.
Man, the lights. This thing looks like a whole different trailer with functioning lights.
Yeah. Yeah, and you know, getting the brakes to work. I feel a lot more better about that. I feel like it's gonna be a lot more safer.
Let's take a look at some of that stuff up here, because a lot of the work went into the wiring of this trailer. So yeah, we got the junction box here with your new 7-way connector. Got plenty of slack this time. Yeah. All right, you got your brake controller here, and down here you can see that it's actually charging when it's hooked up to your truck. And if you want to see what the status looks like, you just press that and you can see the top light showing that it's fully charged, and that light will come on if you need to recharge it. But anytime you're towing it or connected to your truck, that light's going to come on.
That's great.
I don't know if you noticed this, but I also put new reflectors around it as well.
That's awesome.
I didn't take the old ones off.
Okay.
I just added in addition to them. I think they look really good.
That's good. That's awesome.
Really, really good looking setup right here. Next step is really getting it inspected. I think that's a big part of it too.
I want to get that done too. I need to get that done ASAP. Yep.
Then we got the tongue jack. Right before you leave, I'm going to get you the bit that goes on the end here, so you can use a power drill to raise and lower that thing. Because boy, it can get a little heavy, can't it?
Oh yeah. Yep.
And then you got your eTrailer 2-ball hitch under there. Chains connected, breakaway connected. You had brake wires, you just didn't have any breakaway. You had nothing there. I mean, it was in really bad shape, but we're in really, really good shape here. You are set up so you can really use this trailer. Do you know how the breakaway works?
No.
So essentially what happens is there's power always trying to pass through to lock the brakes up.
I got you.
That right there is a plastic plug. When it pulls out, because it's disconnected from your truck, heaven forbid that ever happen, but let's say that something happens, your trailer disconnects from the truck while you're towing it, that thing's going to pop out of there. It's going to complete the current, and it's going to lock the brakes up.
I got you.
So that's one reason why you do have to pay attention to this breakaway cable right here, and that you have enough slack, like you do, that if you make a turn, it's not going to get caught up on something. It's not going to pop out, because if it does, that's exactly what happened. Your brakes lock up. And believe it or not, that actually happens to a lot of folks. What do you think of the cord holder? Isn't that pretty cool?
That's great. I appreciate that. That's pretty awesome.
Yep, and the spare tire up here. I didn't know if you wanted it here.
No, that's great.
But I think it looks really, really good, man. It turned out great. So do you want to give anybody like a sneak peek at the color that you plan on going with?
Well, my wife is pretty adamant about probably matching it to the truck. Black. Okay. Black on black.
Just do the whole thing in black?
Yeah, I think so. And then I'll probably want to go with at least the top, possibly white, or maybe
yeah, no, for sure. It looks like somebody put like a bed lining spray up there.
That's okay. I'll work that. I'll work that all out. I'm gonna get the sanders and just start going at it.
Man, it is awesome, brother. I'm so glad that we could really take part in making this thing at least ready to be towed. So you don't have to worry about that, man, because when we got it here, tire was delaminating, the brakes didn't work, the cable was completely removed off the front. All the lights, except maybe like 2 of them, were out and bad. The tail lights weren't connected. The brake light, the license plate light wasn't connected. This cord right here was just wrapped around the front tongue section. It was in really rough shape, and the tongue jack that was on here, which was the very first thing we swapped out, was complete trash. And I had this one already. eTrailer had sent this one to me a long time ago. I just didn't have a use for it. It's been sitting in the shop, and God bless the fact that I was able to collect some surplus stuff, and a lot of it was able to, well, some of it was able to make its way on here. But aside from that, I got to give a big shout out to my channel sponsor, eTrailer.
Oh, I appreciate them so much. I appreciate them so much. I'd like to thank all of them for making this possible. I'm very grateful, and I'm blessed. Thank the Lord.
It's how you treat others. That's what comes down to. That's what it's all about, brother. It's how you treat others, right? It's easy. What's the message? It's easy to get along good with people who agree with everything that you do, but it's hard sometimes to step out of that box to help other people who you might normally not help, or other people who need help you can help, but sometimes people choose just to drive on by, right?
Yes, sir.
We saw this project, we could help, we wanted to help, and it's going to a good cause. It's definitely some work that went into it, but at the same time, without hard work, you don't get to enjoy the reward as much. And I think this is ready for its next phase. It's going to spend some time in your driveway. You're going to be doing some sanding, some prepping, and then we'll bring it back here to probably paint it. But I'm going to tell you, bro, next time I see this thing, it needs to be covered in blue painter's tape, because I don't want to be taping this thing up. So once you get it taped up, get all the lights taped up and everything like that, we'll get it back over here. We'll knock it out with some paint on it so you can get to using it. And then we'll show people what the inside looks like, because they don't need to see what it looks like yet.
Not yet. Okay.
Yeah. But man, this thing is...
A lot of thanks to eTrailer and BRBTV.
Close. BTBRV.
BTBRV.
Hey, it's okay. It's just an acronym. Big truck, big RV. No problem at all. He was like, I want to put a sticker on here, eTrailer and BT. You don't need to. You don't need to do that, brother. Don't need to brag about this. This was because you're a good person. You help a lot of people, and quite frankly, you deserve it.
I appreciate it. I appreciate it.
No problem at all, brother. Well, we'll let you get on the road. He's got his baby in the back seat. He's got his wife in the passenger seat. They need to get home so they can feed that baby, put that baby to sleep, and eat some dinner.
Crying.
Yep, awesome, brother.
Crying.
All right, guys. Well, I sure hope you enjoyed this video. Super cool setup. Hit the road and be safe, brother. Take a look at that. Gotta admit, that looks really good. Still got some work on the truck. That'll be coming along.
Brother, we love you, man. Thank you so much.
Love you too, brother. Y'all be safe. Guys, this is a really cool project. We still got a long way to go, but one step closer to getting him ready. He has a license plate. He actually has to get it, so he's just gonna take it home right now. Hopefully it doesn't get pulled over. Anyways, guys, sure hope you enjoyed the video. If you haven't had a chance, please take a moment, subscribe to the channel, give me a thumbs up, and we'll talk to you again very soon.